trying to think of the best way to get into it. We've been a show now for what, 5 years? We're into our 6th year.
5.5, yeah.
5.5 years. And I was talking to a buddy about it yesterday and told him, just kind of going over some of the trials and tribulations of the Ben and Woods program since we started. The working at a station that all of a sudden just one day it's gone. I can vividly remember crying on the air because I didn't want it to end. Got a small child at home and married and need insurance and all that. Found our way here to 97.3 The Fan, and it's been good. It's been really good. I think this show has surpassed all of our wildest dreams and expectations for it. And but I will say it's certainly has been a grind as well.
Well, it's also been a very troubling time just for the media industry as a whole. Lots of changes just going on across the board and in television, in radio,
see it every day,
local markets. It's just not the same as it necessarily was 20 years ago. What options are out there. This is our, kind of our livelihood, and you never really know. There's not a lot of assurances in this business.
There's really not. And every day, I try to approach it. It's why I care so much about it. I do take it very seriously, trying to give you guys a product every day that you can enjoy and one that you put a lot of thought and effort into to do things a little differently, maybe to go against the grain from time to time. Sometimes it backfires, sometimes it all works. But as you guys know, the end of this year is our final. Our contract is expiring at the end of this year, December 31st. And a few months ago, they came to us and said they were interested in talking about an extension.
Always flattering.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
And, the station's been doing great. Number one station. The show itself has been doing great. It's everything I ever dreamed it could be. When I started in radio, the guy I worked with said, it's the job of the morning show to lift the whole station. That's just the way it is. You're the first one in, man. You're the first one in. You have to set the tone for the station. I think that's the thing I'm the most proud of, is that I feel like we've done that.
I agree 100%.
And we try really, really hard. So they sat down, Ben and I have an agent. It's the same agent, our agent, Brad, and started doing some talks with the higher ups here. And we try to keep out of it. I always say every time I'm going to stay out of it, and I never do. We hit a snag in this one. It was a big snag. And he's more than a snag. It's Paulie. Paulie was the snag.
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah. In the
what's your problem?
In the Ben and Woods contract negotiation.
And keep in mind, our agent was telling us about other opportunities
that could be around,
that could be possibly out there for us.
And so, Ben and I mean, the name of the show is Ben and Woods, but it might as well be Ben, Woods, and Paul. We've been the Three Musketeers. We've had other members of the show come and go. Our beloved Hammer. Shout out to Hammer. We love Hammer. We miss Hammer. He's doing great.
COVID casualty.
He
didn't die of COVID.
No. Just the layoff. We love Hammer. Hammer was a big part of us being successful here when we first started 97.3 The Fan. So as we started going through the negotiations, it became more and more evident that things were not going to be necessarily fair and even. And that's something that was important to me and important to Ben. And had many, many conversations with Paul about it. And the way I looked at it was this. It's hard, man. Again, I just mentioned I've got a wife, I've got 2 kids, insurance, the whole thing. Like as much as I would like to say, hey, it's us or them, it's hard. You are a show. You want to stick together. You have to do your very best. Paulie's also a young man with an extremely bright future who has done incredible things for this program. He created the YouTube feed, which is a revenue stream. He does our merch store. he is more than just a button pushing producer, and massively, massively creative, massively hardworking, dependable. The dude's never off. We offered him to take tomorrow off because he's going to Taylor Swift tonight. He said, "No, I'll be there. I'll be at AleSmith for the remote." But it was a snag. And so we made our pitches. We went in. I did about an hour-long meeting with our bosses and talked to them and just told them that, this is how it had to be. And he thanked me for my time, and I went on my way. And, the offers came in, and the reason we wanted to call you guys here today is to let all of you guys know.
Paulie, we are going to miss you badly.
We're done.
No, just kidding.
We're done with this contract. We have a new contract, all three of us, for 3 more years, including Paul Let's go! And everybody has been adequately taken care of, and we are not going anywheres at all. We'll be right here.
2024, 2025, 2026. Ben and Woods.
We're not going anywhere.
We are not going anywhere. We're going to be right here every day. I'll be here. Ben will be here. And Paul will be here. And Paul getting some of the...
Except when I'm on vacation.
Right. Well, then it'll just be me and Paul.
Which is often.
Yes.
But Paul getting the attention that he so richly deserved. And then some. And it's still not enough, Paulie, for what you're worth. You know that. But the fact that we get to stay together, the three of us, to do our thing for you guys every single day, I'm emotional about it because it means so much to me. It really does. I take it so to heart to be able to do this every day for you guys and with you guys. So I'm super, super, super stoked, man. I'm so glad you're staying and that we're staying, and it's amazing.
Love you, buddy.
Love you guys.
Now
Got me.
I feel bad that I'm not crying.
I'm not surprised. All right.
Now, tier ones.
I want them to know, though, like this was as dicey of a process as could be. And I will say, the guys at Odyssey, our boss Michael, our boss Adam, Jeff in LA, thank you guys for trusting us. Thank you for believing in us, and thank you for taking our message to heart, as it pertained to our team and how important it was to keep this team together. I don't know why you would mess with this team. And I think, they see that now. And my favorite part about this show, my favorite part is that we have not even scratched the surface of what we can be. And I love that. That's what gets me out of bed every single day, because I never know what I'm going to run into. And it's, I take it so seriously. I love it so much. And I'm so happy we get to continue to do it, man. And we have earned it. We have absolutely earned it.
I want to echo your thanks to Adam and Michael and our entire team at Odyssey for supporting us and helping make this happen. But honestly, the biggest thank you goes to the tier ones out there. You're the ones who have made this happen by getting up early and listening to us and making this show successful. And we owe you all a gigantic thanks. If you'd like to come and celebrate with us tomorrow at AleSmith, we'd love to see you out there. We're going to be broadcasting live from 6 to 10, turning this into a little bit of a party tomorrow, which will be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now, I will caution, you have to keep listening to the station because you don't want it to go away like the last one did. That wasn't our fault either.
Correct.
So just keep listening to 97.3 The Fan and make sure we got a nice, comfortable, safe home for you for those next 3+ years that we are locked in here.
Man, it is. It was so dicey, and I it's a weird spot to be in, right? Because you've got your boy who you love, and you've been through the absolute battles. We've lost friends along the way. We've had nasty stuff said about us along the way from people that we loved and trusted, and we've been through it all together. And then, to have one of your guys say, I just don't know. I can't keep doing it like this. And you fully understand. Paulie, what would you say percentage was this? You were probably going to finish out just the end of the year was probably 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had, it had gotten to a point where, it was probably it was a coin flip on whether I was going to be able to continue. And from where I was and to where I'm at now, I can say
Megan says 70-30 in the chat.
I was being a little generous there. No, I was literally like starting to plan the next step. And I always knew there will be a next step.
Yeah, and
this show's not going to last for what am I 30s, so another 30 years, 35, 40 years till retirement. It's not going to happen. There's no chance either of you guys are around that long.
There's no way.
But I always knew there was a next step. I wasn't quite ready for that step to happen right now.
Yeah.
I think, I'm going into my 10th year in the industry, 5.5 with you guys. And I know that for me, I've checked off a lot of boxes
100%.
that I wanted to accomplish in this industry. And that's from being an intern to getting hired on a promotions team to now doing this with you guys every single morning. I checked off a lot of boxes, and I still feel, and I felt like it all year while these negotiations were happening, and I feel it now as well. This show is like a rocket, and we're still going up. We're still trending up, and I wanted to stay a part of that ride.
It's such a weird spot to be in too, because our job is not to keep Paulie under our thumb forever,
right?
At a salary that he's not comfortable with, and not the ability to not get bonus and things like that. He's as integral to this show as I am and Ben is, right? And it's a weird position to be in, because I don't want to sell Paul, dude. Come on, man, you're gonna break up the team. And there was none of that. There was none of that guilt. It was more like, all right, like, if I can't get you what you want, how do I help you get to the next thing and the bigger thing? And if Paulie came to us
and those conversations had happened,
thousands of times, and at the end of those at the end of this deal, if Paulie comes to us and goes, guys, I got to do this, dude, yes, perfect. Like, if that's how it has to be, that's how it has to be. I don't want it to be that way, but Paulie's a lot younger than we are, man. This is the job I want to be my last job. There's nothing else I want to do. But if Paulie has greater aspirations, as he should, as a 32-year-old man, we're in different spots in our life. So it's my job to pull that demon out of Ben Higgins. I've done that. And it's also my job to get Paulie to the next level, whether that's here or whether it's somewhere else.
You've got everyone thinking I'm a demon because I'm not crying like you are.
I got emotional.
Where are your emotions? I never had them. Don't worry.
Yeah, they've never been.
I just keep thinking, where are we going to be 3 years from now? If we're here now, where are we going to be 3 years from now?
Sky's the limit.
How thin am I going to be?
Oh, for the love of God.
In 3 years.
I mean, I hope we're here. This show's been so important to me. My kids were born during it. It's just, it's my life. It really is. It's a part of my life. It's so magical to me every day. And yes, the first word out of my mouth every day is the F word, but that's just because it's early, not because I don't like coming in and talking to you guys and doing this. And I hope you guys know how much we care about it. I hope and thanks for putting up with some of our attempts to be a little different and do things a little differently. And I'm just overjoyed. The emotions are not from sadness. It is 100% relief to have these contract negotiations behind us. I still shudder to think what it would be like to be like a good baseball player that made the league minimum and then to sign a deal like that. You're like, I never have to work again. Like, I can play this out and I'm good forever. That's not the case here, but it was a very generous offer on all of our parts, and we're here. And we continue to go up, and that's what we want to do. We want to continue to be your favorite radio station and your favorite morning show. That's it. That's what it all boils down to. So we're here, man. Another 3 years. Paulie's deal will kick in actually in a couple of weeks, which is awesome. Mine and Ben's new deal will kick in on January 1. But yeah, you got us. And so Paulie actually got a little bit longer of a deal than ours. So Paulie's like 3.5 years. Ben and I got the 3, but we're elated with it. Thank you to our agent, Brad. You're incredible.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Michael.
And you know, I'm so happy, dude. I'm so happy. Now we can flush this. It's like the trade deadline. Now we can just flush it and focus on winning every single show, every single day. And that's really what we're here to do. So we love you guys. Your audience, you guys, the audience, are the best audience in town. It's not close.